You must have gotten the last crop. Whether it has to do with everything? Yes.
Every man for himself.
Your attention.
They may know if the men were going to be here, so they didn't show up.
First of all, for all you non-FU.M.P members, I want to thank you for coming out and showing an interest in finding out exactly how the Facilities Utilization Master Plan Committee arrived at its conclusion as far as the proposal that will be put forth for the first portion of the override at the November 7th election. Additionally, prior to that, it will be coming up from the October town meeting for consideration also. As you recall, we have several pressing issues and problems facing the community in relation to our public facilities needs. Obviously, the elementary school needs paramount in most everybody's eyes and minds as far as the additional need to house the students because the school population has been bursting at the seams. The other major project, and of course, is the proposed new police station. Under the proposal being put forth, what we're talking about doing is building a new elementary school at the Swan Pond site, a new police station over behind the Murphy Center Town Hall. We're talking about additional renovations to the middle and high schools in order to accommodate the growing school population and to meet the educational needs of the students for generations to come. In addition to that, we're also looking at expansion of the public works facility down at the DPW site. What we're hoping to do tonight and accomplish is a public information session where we're going to try and point out how we arrived at our conclusion. Again, there's a whole host of questions which have been asked, and justifiably so, as to, why the new school, why not renovate the bachelor school, why not put an addition on this school, why not build a new high school. And what we hope to accomplish part of tonight is to give you an idea as to what we're facing with a couple of the facilities, which are the two immediate ones which we're going to be putting forth for consideration. And that's the bachelor school facility itself, and how we've come up with a proposal to either use it as a combination school administration town hall and or just school administration with removing the annex, which is the new wing, which was 1949 wing to the school. And again, there's some costs associated with that, but the F.U.M.P has come up with a proposal which we feel is the most cost effective to meet the needs of the community for the next hopefully 40 years. In addition to that, we're going to go over to the public safety facility and take a look at the police department side in particular to show you how cramped the quarters are, how it doesn't work very well, it isn't working at all as far as the space needs from a whole host of standpoints, whether it be public safety, liability, or just the physical plant itself does not meet the needs of our police department at this particular time. So what we hope to accomplish tonight is to give you an idea, and what we're going to be doing is showing this video over local cable access several times over the next month or so that the vast majority of the public, if they're interested, can take the time out of their schedule to just take a look at it and see if they come to a conclusion. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We're here to inform the public as to how we arrived at our conclusion. And we just hope that the public can make an informed decision when it comes October town meeting time and election time in November. What we're going to do now is just start off with the bachelor school facility. We're going to have several people just walk us through the physical plan, show us what we're talking about, what the actual physical plan looks like, what we will be facing in the way of renovations, for whatever use it's going to be. We have a whole host of issues in relation to handicap accessibility, which will be used as a school will continue. We have classroom size issues, we have number of classrooms. We're also already utilizing temporary modular classrooms outside the school itself, with probably need for additional ones looking forward, regardless of what we do. The police station, same thing, looking at the size of this plan. So with that, I'd like to introduce the superintendent of schools, David Troughton, who will introduce his staff, and who will be conducting the tour of the facility. Hopefully it won't take maybe half an hour or so, and then we'll move over to the public station.
Lots of stairs to climb.
Lots of stairs to climb.
I just wanted to point out, you are in the Bachelor School, and our mascot is the Bachelor Bulldog, which of course is a very tough breed, but it's getting tougher to really be a Batch Bulldog. So, welcome to Batch, and I would like to introduce two key players in North Reading, the principal of the Bachelor School, Pamela Christodoulou, and Mr. Wayne Hardiker, who is our supervisor of buildings and grounds. They know this building far better than I do. Pam, being the principal, is here every day with 485 children this year coming up, and Wayne is very, very familiar with the infrastructure of the building. So I'm going to let them lead you up and down and in and around the corners of the Bachelor School, and please feel free to ask questions as we go along.
I have a question
Yes,
now. Can somebody explain to me how you arrived at the conclusion to remove this wing?
What we did is, during the course of discussion, this was over almost a 2-year time period now, where we had a group of individuals made up of most of the chairs and vice chairs of every board, committee, and commission in the community to sit down and discuss what the facilities needs were going to be, what that group believed to be the needs of the community, including the needs, the wants, and the desires of certain segments of the community. In relation to the specific question, what was looking cost-wise, dollars and cents, what would be the most cost-effective way to meet the facilities needs of the community. We have a town hall currently over at the Murphy Center, which was a former elementary school, which we moved into in 1988 or thereabouts, 88 or 89. It functions, it works. There's some need for upkeep, maintenance, and maybe some renovations. There's a segment of the community who feels as though they would like to see the centralization of general government get back into the quote center of town, which is where the Bachelor School is located. And we've included or incorporated that as part of our plan. What the November referendum would call for is an override for the construction of a new elementary school at the Swamp Pond site and the construction of a new police station. And then it would also call for schematic designs which would give us the specific costs associated with renovating this particular facility, as well as the high school and middle school facilities. In doing so, and considering it, one of the considerations that, as I said, the community is somewhat divided as to whether or not they want town hall back in the center of town. There are some people who would like to see that, but there's a cost associated with that. So we thought maybe, we took a look at it, and again, we have a back of an envelope estimate now as to what the cost of the removal of the annex would be, some ancillary costs, which would be far less than renovating the entire building for school administration and town hall and moving everybody over. It would be significantly less. Again, so what we're going to do is get the schematic designs so we have some hardcore numbers that we can rely upon in the next year to put forth for consideration and for F.U.M.P to consider exactly what the final proposal is going to be. There's nothing cast in concrete in relation to this particular facility's use other than F.U.M.P in their many hours of deliberation determined that it would be essential, or should be essential, to retain this ownership of this property in public hands. Part of the early considerations were to sell it to private industry, private enterprise for some type of congregate housing, assisted living. When the numbers were put together as to what the associated cost of that would be, it was significant to the point where it would not be cost effective for private industry to invest in this type of facility because of the cost of renovations. In addition to that, many members of the committee felt that this is one of the centerpieces of public property in the center of town that should be retained for public purposes for generations to come. That being said, and that decision being made, that we needed to find a use for the Bachelor School. The previous attempts for an override, of course, part of the questions that were raised were, what are you going to do with the batch? Where we've attempted to address that, and we've addressed it again in the fashion that we stated earlier. And as to the school administration, we have to get them out of the middle school complex so they can make right way for classrooms up there, the growing enrollment up at that particular facility. The school administration needs some housing. The town hall, again, could come over here. If not, school administration for sure, and then the rest of the space that would be available for public meeting space and public meetings. So as far as how did we arrive at, we thought it would be a reasonable consideration to get the numbers and schematic designs to find exactly what the cost would be.
So it appears then that you really have your mind set on getting school administration into the original building, and if this is destroyed, then the question about town hall coming back to the center of town does not exist. It's
It would be moved, they would stay
so
where they
that
are.
the committee has already made a decision that you won't move.
No, it has not made a
It-
decision
it
because we
appears
don't have
that
the,
way.
we do not have the entire cost yet. And again, that is a question that can be put forth to a town meeting at a later date, to have town meeting determine exactly what they want to put forth in that particular thing. But without the cost associated with it, we didn't want to make a firm decision. We did decide that it was going to be retained for public ownership at Bachelor School. We would use it for at least school administration and possibly town hall moving back and or moving in the annex. We just don't consider it because we know that the general public, and one of the biggest considerations that was out there, concerns, was that we didn't have a plan. And this committee was formulated specifically to come up with a plan to meet our facilities needs of the foreseeable future. And I think we've done a pretty good job up to this point.
Why in the plan is there part for portion for removal of this wing? If you have maybe a year from now or 2 years, from after the school administration, people move into the old part of the building. And in a couple of years, maybe you might find another use for this portion of the building, rather than just having the plan to knock it down. Once you knock it down, that's it. No going back, obviously. So why is it part of the plan at all?
Well, first of all, if we retain, and again, depending upon what the final plan is going to be, if you retain this facility, this portion of the facility, you're going to have the cost of renovating it. And all the current codes that have to be met, which we don't come close to meeting at this particular junction. The cost associated with that would be several $1 million in order to retain the annex.
Can't you renovate the center portion, the old portion, and then address what you want to do with this portion at a later date? Or leave it as is
I
for
think
now?
one of the other considerations that we are very concerned about is parents. I mean, people are going to be investing a significant number of dollars as far as all of these overrides in this entire program. And I think people driving by would like to see that they're getting some bang for their buck, and some of that has to be appealing to the eye. In order to do that, you're talking about windows, you're talking about facade, you're talking about doing all that, you're not going to do anything inside. I would have a problem with that. For me, I think we should come up with a plan and move forward with the considerations. Just a second.
The thing that bothers me the most still, in the way you're portraying this, is that the new school and the fire station are going to be put forward before an actual decision is going to be made what to do with this building.
I think one of
Over the last few town meetings, the impression I've gotten from people in general, you find out what you're gonna do with the batch first, then we'll talk about the new school.
And I think the plan that is being put forth for consideration right now will get us the answers that we need. First answer to the question is we're going to retain this property and this building for public ownership and public use.
I realize that.
That's number one. That was the, what are you going to do with it? Now the question, what are you going to do with it? We're talking about moving school administration into this particular facility. Now, they only require a certain number of square feet. I mean, it's far too large for, David doesn't need a big office like that. It's far too large to just serve those needs. It could accommodate both, school administration and town hall. And in order to do that, again, you have the associated costs of the entire renovations. So, during the course of our discussions, again, it was like, maybe we should take a look at removing the annex, retaining the historical value of the original building, and
Still not making a definite decision.
no, but what we're doing with the schematic design is going to get some definitive answers as to what the costs are going to be associated. So the first answer to the question is, yes, we're going to retain it. Yes, we're going to move school administration into the facility. Are we going to move town hall? No, we don't have to do that. And again, it comes down to wants and needs, and to me, it also comes down to dollars and cents. And some people vote with their pocketbooks, and justifiably so, and must. They're going to retain ownership in their homes and afford to stay here. And some of us may want to see town hall move back into the center of town.